Hello students, this is your book of grammar for class 7, that is Grammar Builder, and I'll start with the first chapter today, that is nouns. Now you know the meaning of a noun. It refers to a person, place, animal or thing. That is the meaning of noun. Now there are kinds of nouns. First is common noun. You must have studied about it. It refers to person, places, animals or things. For example, pen, desk, cow, chair, girl, man. All these are common nouns because they do not refer to a particular person, a particular animal. If you are talking about a girl, it may be any girl. If you are talking about a cow, that may be any cow in any city, in any place. We come to proper noun. A proper noun is a word that refers to a particular person, place or animal. Like my name, Dr. Rini Charan. I am a woman, but I am talking about a particular person, that is me, Dr. Rini Charan. Or the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is a proper noun. We are talking about a particular place. Or the Times of India. We are talking about a particular newspaper. That will be a proper noun. Next we come to collective noun. It shows a group of persons or things which is considered as a whole. Like you have a bouquet of flowers, or you have a flock of sheep, or maybe a bundle of sticks. So instead of saying many sticks, you call it a bundle of sticks. Instead of saying many birds, you will call it a flight of birds. Many birds will refer to, yes, there are more than one birds. But then if you use the word a flight of birds, it will sound better, and you don't have to write many every time. Okay, so you have some collective nouns on page number 5 and 6. As you can see, it starts from an album of photographs. Then there are many collective nouns on this page, and it continues on page number 6. Now you have to learn all these collective nouns. In the exam, it will be given like, I'll take up the last one, a vineyard of grape plants. So the question will be given like a dash of grape plants. Or the first one, an album of photographs. Question will be given like an dash of photographs. So you should remember the blue word, the word that is in blue ink, that you have to remember. A flock of sheep. So in the question will be given like a dash of sheep. You have to write a flock of sheep. Then we come to the abstract noun. Now we cannot see or touch such a kind of thing. It is, for example, kindness. You can only see people showing kindness. Or wisdom. You can say that person is wise, he has a lot of wisdom, but you cannot see wisdom. You cannot see kindness. You cannot see care. You can see people caring for each other. You can see a person caring for a sick person. You can see how they are working, but you cannot actually see the word care. So that is an abstract noun. Now abstract nouns can be formed in certain ways. First is if you can form an abstract noun from an adjective. Now there are certain words like adjectives. For example, long. So the noun which will be formed from this adjective will be length. Or brave. Brave is an adjective. The noun which will be formed out of the word brave will be bravery. Second way how we can form abstract nouns is from verbs. Like judge. Now, judging somebody is a verb, and a noun which we can form from this word is judgment. Now, choose. Choose is a verb. What do you choose? Tea or coffee? Choose is a verb. Out of this, you will make a noun that will come to choice. And then you can form abstract nouns from common nouns. Common nouns, like I told you, the name of person, place, animal or thing. From child, it becomes childhood. From slave, it may become slavery. From blind, it may become blindness. Okay, that is the three ways how you can form abstract nouns: from adjectives, from verbs, and from common nouns. These are the three ways in which abstract nouns can be formed. Now, you have examples of many abstract nouns in page number 6 and page number 7. They continue up till page number 8. There is no need to learn all of them, but if you can just read and remember some, I'm not asking you to learn all of them. Okay? We jump to page number 8. This is the fifth kind of noun, that is material noun. When we are talking about a material or a substance out of which things are made of, your register is made up of paper, or the wall in your room, it is made out of cement and bricks. All these things, paper, cement, bricks, this will come under material noun. When we talk about lemon drink, what all goes in a lemon drink? Maybe sugar, salt, water. All these come under material noun, which are used to make some other thing. Now, material nouns are also classified under two kinds of nouns. First is concrete nouns. Now, all common, proper, collective and material nouns are concrete nouns because they cannot be seen or touched. Then we have abstract nouns. Abstract nouns, like I have taught you on the last pages. Here we have abstract nouns. Nouns which cannot be seen or touched. These are abstract nouns. So, abstract noun is a kind of noun and it also comes under material noun. Okay? Then we have another bifurcation. This is countable and uncountable nouns. Now, there are certain things which you can count and there are certain things which you cannot count. Now, countable things may be, for example, boys, girls, pencils, tables. These may be countable nouns. Like it is given in your book, countable nouns may be under the form of common nouns. Boy, girl, man, woman, they are countable but they come under common nouns. Now, bunch, class, crowd, army, they are also countable. You can count when an army is standing in front of you. When an army of soldiers is standing in front of you, you can count the number of soldiers. When there is a bunch of keys in front of you, you can count the number of keys. But then too, they have been divided into two parts. Countable nouns are formed through common nouns and through collective nouns. Now, uncountable nouns. The names of those things which cannot be counted as separate objects, they are uncountable nouns. Like, you cannot count the number of rice flakes in maybe 1 kg of rice. You cannot count milk. You cannot count water. So, these are uncountable nouns. They also come from two parts: material nouns and abstract nouns. Now, like I have told you, air, milk, water, rice, salt, you cannot count them. These things come under material nouns, which you can see but cannot count. Then there is another form of uncountable nouns, which you cannot see and cannot count. These are the abstract nouns, like I taught you earlier: honesty, kindness, wisdom. These are abstract nouns. They cannot be seen and so they cannot be counted. You cannot say he has 4 wisdom and the other person has 10 wisdom. No, because it cannot be counted. Then remember that countable nouns, they are also of two forms: singular and plural. When you can count something, it can be singular as well as plural. For example, you can count pencils. It can be pencil, it can be pencils. It can be box, it can be boxes. It can be car or cars. So countable nouns can be in two forms, that is singular as well as plural. We come to the next page. That is all you need to remember from this chapter up till the two form of countable nouns, that is singular and plural. The exercises that are based will be on this much area what I have already taught you. We come to the exercises that are given. Let's revise. The first question: which kind of noun always begins with a capital letter? Now remember, a proper noun always begins with a capital letter. When you will be referring to some particular person or thing, it will start with a capital letter. You are writing Taj Mahal, T of Taj and M of Mahal will be capital. You are writing your name, your name's first letter will always be capital. So a proper noun will always start with a capital letter. Next is, some goats are grazing in the garden. The noun goats comes in the category of, like you have some goats. Goats over here comes under uncountable nouns. You may say we can count goats, but here it is written some goats. You cannot say those some are 50, 65, 200, 160. You cannot say how many goats. So then it comes under uncountable nouns. A group of robber, thieves or workmen is called a gang. If you refer to page number page number 5 and 6 of your book, you will find that a group of robbers, thieves or workmen is called a gang. Abstract nouns are formed from, like I told you, they are formed from adjectives, they are formed from verbs and formed from common nouns. This has already been told you. Over here, that abstract nouns can be formed from 3 things: adjectives, verbs and common nouns. So your answer for this question, where they are asking that abstract nouns are formed from, your answer will be all of these: adjectives, verbs and common nouns. Now, a list of countable and uncountable nouns has been given to you. You have to write C in front of countable nouns and U in front of uncountable nouns. Like cup. If there are number of cups kept in front of you, you can count them. Whether they are 12 cups, 30 cups, 50 cups, 100 cups, you can count. So you will write C. Agriculture. Agriculture in Hindi it means kheti. But you cannot count it. You cannot count agriculture. So that will be an uncountable noun. We come to rubber. Now rubber, unless you are talking about eraser can be counted, but rubber cannot be counted. Purity, that cannot be counted. So both of them will be uncountable nouns. Then next column we come to childhood. Uncountable, it cannot be counted. Okay, so you will see which nouns can be counted, mark C in front of them, and which cannot be counted, mark U in front of them. Next exercise, fill in the blanks with suitable collective nouns. On the right hand side, you have a pink block that contains 8 words and you have 8 sentences. I have given the answer of the first 2 sentences. Our teacher has a whole dash of books. Now, library is the right word used for books. Then second sentence, a dash of 5 was appointed. A committee of 5 was appointed. These words have been picked up from the right hand side pink block. So rest of the 6 sentences you will do by yourself and pick up words from the right hand side pink block. In the same way, you have exercise number 4, where you have to fill with the correct abstract noun. You have this pink bar that has given certain words: timidity, justice, privacy, decision, activity, freedom. All these 10 words will help you to fill all the 10 fill in the blanks. The first 2 I have done for you. First is Mother Teresa was renowned for her. Now it cannot be hardship, it cannot be decision. You have to find the correct word out of these 10 words, and that will be she was renowned for her kindness. Second, India got dash from the British rule in 1947. India got decision will be wrong. India got truth will not be suitable. So the best word or the best answer for this will be India got freedom from the British rule. So you will use all these left out 8 words to fill rest of the 8. Fill in the blanks. We come to the next page. 5th exercise. Out of certain words you have to make abstract nouns. Out of obey you can make obedience. There has been a big list of abstract nouns which has been given to you. This is that list, which I told you that there is no need to learn, but still I told you if you can remember certain words for the betterment of your own English will be better. So, I have done the first 5 for you. Out of deep comes the abstract noun depth. You cannot count any of these nouns, and moreover you cannot see them, you cannot touch or feel them. You cannot see and touch them. You can only feel these. That is why they are abstract nouns. Out of grow, it will become growth. Out of treat, it will become treatment. Move will become movement. There are 5 more like this on the right hand side that you will do by yourself. Then 6th exercise. Fill in the blanks with the noun form of the words given in brackets. On the right hand side, there are certain words given in brackets. I have hidden them, but you will be able to see them in your book, and I have done the first one for you. It is our duty to show You will take the word that is written in front, that is kind. Out of kind, you will make the word that will be suitable in this blank. You are not supposed to write any word. You have to pick up the word that is written in front of the sentence and transform that word to write the correct word suited according to the sentence. So the question is, it is our duty to show dash to animals. You have been given the word kind. If you write kind over here, that will be grammatically wrong. So the right word that will come over here is, it is our duty to show kindness to animals. Do the rest of the 5 sentences by yourself. You have words in front of every sentence. And the last exercise, where you have to add S or ES in the blank space. Now, the drawing room is full of furniture. When you are talking about furniture, whether we are talking about one table or many chairs and tables or wardrobes, it will always be written as furniture. It will never be furnitures. So because S is not required here or ES is not required here, we will put a cross mark in front. Second sentence, the students wrote essays about the importance of education. Now, if you are talking about many students, it will become students. And many students cannot write one essay. The students wrote essay. No. When there are many students, then there will be, of course, many essays. So the students wrote essays about the importance of education. Importance word does not require S. Education word also does not require S. So where there is no requirement of S or ES, you will just put a cross mark. So rest of the exercise, rest of the 3 sentences, do this by yourself. All the exercises of this chapter will be done in your grammar copy. You have to make 3 copies. One will be for your reader, second for the supplementary reader, and third for grammar. All the exercises of this chapter will be done in the grammar copy, and you have to send within 4 or 5 days of time. You have to send me the work done by you personally on my WhatsApp number. Do not send the work on your class group WhatsApp number. जो आपके क्लास का ग्रुप का WhatsApp नंबर है, do not send the answers to me over there. Please send your name as well as class along. Many students are not sending the class, so there is a lot of confusion, and I will not be able to mark you if you forget your name or class. That's all.